Hello everybody, I am Archana Rani. In this video lecture, we are going to continue graphics programming. The today's lecture topic is AWT and event handling. Introduction to AWT we have already discussed in previous lecture. Today's lecture we are going to discuss event handling. When we are using the AWT components, that time when if the particular event is occur, then how that event is handled, that we are going to discuss in this lecture. These are the topic that I am going to cover in this lecture. Introduction to AWT and event handling, then the types of the event handling, how to capture that event by using ActionListener, ItemListener, AdjustmentListener, KeyListener, MouseMotionListener and MouseListener. Let's start from the event handling introduction in AWT. What is event and how event can be handled, that we have already covered in event handling lecture in Java. Let's recall the concept of the event and how we can handle the event handling. What is event? Event is nothing but it is just the changing state of the object is known as the event. For example, if we press the particular button or we drag the mouse, then that is called as the event. And we get the types of event in java.awt package. It's provide the number of event classes and listener interface to handle the events. If the event is occur, then we are getting the event class and the listener, ready-made listeners in AWT. Types of event for AWT, we get it two types of event. First type is foreground event and second is background event. Foreground event is a direction in the direct interaction of the user is called as the foreground event. For example, as I said it, what is event is the changing state of the object, like we press the button, move the mouse, entering the character through the keyboard, or selecting the particular items from the list, or scrolling the page by using the scroll bar. This type of event or the actions that are direct interaction with the application through the user called as the foreground event. Whereas the second type of event is background event. The background event that require the interaction of end user are known as background event. The operating system interrupts the hardware or the software failure comes under the background event, or the timer expire. The operation compilations may get the error. That type of error is called as the background event. If the event is occur in application, then how we can handle that event? That means the mechanism that control the event and decide what should happen if the particular event is occur. That is called as the event handling. Java uses the delegate event model to handle the events. Let's discuss what is delegate event model. Delegate event model has the following key participant. Mostly two parameters are there for the event model. First is source and second is listener. What is source? Source is an object on which the event occur. Source is responsible for providing the information of the occur event to the handler, and Java provides it with a number of classes of the source object. Whereas listener, it is known as a event handler. It is responsible for generating the response of the event. From Java implementation point of view, the listener is also an object. Listener wait until it receives an event. Once the event is received, then listener produce the event and then return the appropriate action. This is all about the delegate event model. What are the steps involved in event handling? First, user click on the button. That means we have to identify where the event is generated. Next, once the event is generated, the object of the concerned event class is created automatically, and the information with the help of the source, the information is passed to the event get populated with the same object. Then the event object is forwarded to the method of the register listener class, and the method is get executed and return the appropriate action. These are the steps that we have to follow for the event handling. Let's we start what are the different types of listener we get it in Java and how to handle that listener. As we have already discussed in previous lecture that what are the types of component we get it accordingly, that what type of component we are using, accordingly that type of component we may catch the particular event or the action and we can perform it. So the action list, we start from the action listener. This is the example or the program we use it for the action listener. The action listener is an interface which used to handle the event caused by the source like button click, menu item, or entering the key, or double click, or clicking the mouse. When we implement this action type of listener, we call the method or we override the method called as action perform method. If you go through the program, then you come to know that in this program I have created one object. Yes, I have created the object which is component. We use it as a text box component, button and text fill component. That button and text fill component I have added into the frame, and by setting the property of the frame, I added the action listener for one button. If that button is pressed, then it should perform the specific action. And for, as I said it, the action listener event, when we use it, it overrides the method called as the action perform method. This action perform method is used along with the action event class. We have to capture the particular action, we perform that action, and that action is returning the appropriate method to the particular program. Likewise, we can use it the event action listener event. The next, and this is the output of that program, that if we click on the particular button, the action should be performed, that the appropriate text message, that is submit form, that text should be added into the text field. That means the action we have captured here as a button click action. The next type of the listener is called as the atom listener. This type of listener mostly we use it when we are using the AWT component like radio button, list box, choice box, checkbox. That means when we get it the number of types of atoms, and that atoms is going to change the state, that time we use it the atom listener. How this atom listener is perform the task is given in the program. It's almost similar how we had discussed for the action listener. Here we have created one checkbox, and if we select that checkbox, if you see in the output screen, if you select the checkbox, the appropriate string is going to enter into the text field again. For that, we have to create the object for the components. Then we have to add that listener into the add atom select listener. By using the atom select listener, you have to use it the method called as the atom state change method. With the help of this atom state method, this method is perform the task and return the appropriate result. The next type of listener is called as the adjustment listener. That name itself suggests that it's going to adjust something by using this type of listener. This listener is used to handle the event generated by the scroll bar source. This interface has only method called as the adjustment value change method, and that method is used while changing the value of the scroll bar. If you go through the program, you come to know that first you have to edit the scroll bar along with the text field. Yes, and then you use it the adjustment listener method by using the adding the method called as add adjustment listener. You have to add it, and as I said it, that it's only use it the method adjustment value change method. You perform the task, that if when you are adjusting the value of the scroll bar, that time it will capture the specific value, and that value can be stored into the text filter. And if you see the output, you will get it that the scroll bar is showing here, and when it change the value, that value is going to enter into the text box. This is all about the adjustment listener. Whereas the next type of listener is key listener. Key listener is used when it's related to keyboard. To perform the task related to keyboard, we get it the three types of method for the key listener interface, that are key press, key type, and key release. How to use it, that key listener methods that we are going to discuss here. First, you have to edit the key listener method is, and by using the appropriate method, I have used it here, key press. By using that key press method, I am simply returning what are the value of that key is pressed, and I stored that into the one label. If you see on output screen, I have pressed A, and that is written to that label. This is about the key listener. Whereas the next type of listener is mouse motion listener. Mouse motion listener is used to handle the events related to the mouse source. We get it the two types of method called as the mouse move method and mouse drag method. And if we go through the program, the almost the steps are same, and when we use it the mouse move method, that time it's going to capture the value of x and y position of the mouse, and it will return it on the screen. And if you see the in output, if that mouse is continuously changing its position, it's going to, as that name of the listener is motion listener, so it's continuously going to capture the movement of that mouse, that is x and y position. Hope you understood this. The next type of listener is called as the mouse listener. For simple mouse listener, we are getting the five types of method, that are mouse press method, mouse click method, mouse release method, mouse enter method, and mouse exit method. In next video, we are going to discuss swing package. This is all about the event handling in Java. Thank you.